Right, okay, so we're at the Brentwood Carp Show 2014. I'm with Dave on the Eclipse Baits stand. Dave's got a rather interesting product that we're going to go over. It's a salt-based feed that you introduce into the lake. So, yeah. Dave, do you want to give us an insight into what it is?
Basically what it is, it's flavoured all sorts, flavoured and coloured. I mean, if you can imagine, like, carp just love and they adore salts. This is rock salts, proper human food rock salts. It's not, there's no detergents, nothing involved, so it's totally edible. And what they are, there's six flavours in the range. Okay. There's going to be red fruit, there's orange oil, that's an essential oil, that one. Then you've got like a normal garlic, then you've got fruits, and you've got a spicy one along with this one, which is a coconut. Now, if you can imagine, salt can be synergistic. There's certain flavours that instead of making it just smell, they really, really smell. So the attractants are enormous. They really is. I mean, if you can imagine, like, if we take this one, I'll show you and demonstrate this. I don't know if you can see it.
I'll do a close-up after.
Right. If you can imagine, we've only got like 10, 20, 30 grains there maybe. Do you think there's many more than that? As soon as you put them in, they dispel a colour and an attractor and the smell. And then what's left behind within, I mean, what's that, 5 seconds, 10 seconds? Yeah. You'll see it's gradually coming off. I mean, this water is coloured. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've put probably 50 to 100 grains in it just to demonstrate it to different people. And then what you're left behind is pure rock salt. And the fish definitely, before spawning, they crave it. We've been testing these for 2 years, and there is absolutely no doubt that carp, they either lay or they smash up against them because they're trying to get the salts. There's no doubt about that. And no one's ever done this before. No one's ever done this in fishing. This is something totally unique, and we have also found it doesn't matter what boiler you use it with, don't make no difference. You can use it with another company's boilies, a different flavour. They generally just want the salt. It attracts them to the swim.
In terms of how much you put in, say if you were having a little, stick mix, yep. How much would you recommend that you put in? Because obviously you don't want someone putting half a tub in, because you don't need to. What would be, because I don't know, what would be the recommended, usage? Because
when we've tested it, we have found that if you look at the average size grain, what's that, 2-3 mils? Yeah. If you look at the average size grain, anything between 15 and 30 grains within a stick mix. So if you've got an average stick mix, which is an inch maybe, what's that? And then yeah. So within that stick mix, you might have a part of stick mix, one boilie crumbed up, and then 15 to 30 grains of the actual salts. Any salts, any of these flavours that come somewhere near the flavour of boilie you're using, obviously, and that does the trick. That does the trick. If you can, I mean, the best way to explain it is if you can imagine. Every carp lives in its own world, and within its own world it has its own system. So I'm quite sure we think we found during tests that there are quite a lot of lakes where there is no sort of clay present. By introducing these, although the carp might not been looking for those, they suddenly find themselves wanting them because they get an attraction to them. It's there. It's a need. It's a necessity. They need it. They need these to inspire an awful lot of the things that happen, like tissue repair during spawning.
The flavours that you've got, do they match your Eclipse boilies? Is that how it works, really, or are they just? No,
we've done these. Hopefully, I mean that one does the salmon, because the virus, which is a boilie we do, that is a very similar attractor. So people could match that to it. Together, yeah. But generally, we found that coconut, because there's such a thing for coconut boilies at the moment, so that would match that, or match it, but it would match people in people's minds. It matches it. And then there's a garlic, which fish like garlic anyway, and they just love it. And that's just an essential oil. That isn't a powder of any sort. It's because what you actually found is because of the process we've developed. These aren't wet. If you feel them, they're dry. Nothing comes off in your hands. No smell. So if you was to put them back and smell your hands, they don't smell of the item like the garlic. No. Because we've used a process of cooking where the product has actually penetrated the salts. So it doesn't just, I mean, the colours are different. I mean, they're done for a different need. We've done them for a visual attraction. So they actually they dispel quite quickly. But the actual smells then come out secondary, because they penetrated the actual salt. And then the very last item that's left is pure rock salt.
Yeah, so the ones that we put in a minute ago, which are just, you can see there's not much left.
No, they're virtually gone. I mean, that's what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe?
Yeah,
Not even that, 5 minutes.
But that obviously, does it depend on the water temperature slightly? So
yeah, I mean, it's the same as anything for something to dissolve. I mean, the warmer water is, the quicker something dissolves than cold water. But it doesn't matter whether that water's cold or not. As long as it, really, to be fair, March, April, May, June, part mid-July, on an average spring and summer, you'll find fish do look for salts. And they get them from the clays. And as I say, certain lakes, they haven't got clays. So they aren't present. And as soon as you introduce them, the fish do. I mean, they even lie on them.
Yeah,
I've seen them lie on them. And I'm sure they're taking some sort of absorption into the skin.
So if people want to find out a little bit more,
yep.
Where is the best place to go?
Go to the Eclipse website, which is www.eclipse-baits.co.uk.
Are they available now?
Available as of now, right. as of Monday. Right. These are $3.50 a pot. Right. So even if, but we don't promote someone pour lots in. They don't need to go like that. If they was to take the 30 grains, the maximum, or what we would consider, yeah, just like that. Yeah. If they was to use that, there is more than a lot of. There is an awful lot of supply in there. They don't need to go mad. All right.
Okay, lovely. We'll take a look at some of the other range of the boilies and things, but that's the salt.
Yeah, they're called Eclipse Baits All Sorts.
Eclipse Baits All Sorts. Okay, lovely. Okay, we'll move on to the other stuff. Okay. Cheers, Dave.